Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1969 final week is on the air. Tonight it is day 5, September 30, 1969. We are at Busch Stadium for a game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the St. Louis Cardinals. The Phillies come into this game a record of 62-97. The Cardinals a record of 91-68. Probably wondering why I'm playing the Phillies. Well, I'm about to tell you why as we go to the standings. September 30 standings. Baltimore is number 1 throughout. The Boston Red Sox, they are number 3. They cannot do any better. The Detroit Tigers right now have a half-game lead on the Minnesota Twins for the 5 spot, which of course would mean who hosts the wild card game, which is only going to be one in the American League this season. The Oakland Athletics and the Minnesota Twins, they are tied for the division in the American League West. Oakland, however, does have the tiebreaker at 2-5 on the board. The Twins never won on the board. So right now, if these two tie at the end of the year, Oakland will clinch the division. Detroit, of course, has a 6-2 record on the board, so the Twins must have a better overall record than the Tigers. In the National League East, the New York Mets have a 1-game lead on the Cubs. These two will be playing the last 2 games of the year. The Cardinals have a half-game lead on the Pirates. The Cardinals are 1-5 on the board this year. The Pirates were 3-4. A win by the Cardinals tonight over the Phillies and a loss by the Pirates puts the Pirates a game and a half back. So Cardinals got to get a win tonight to stay ahead of Pittsburgh. National League West, the Giants have a 1-game lead on the Braves. The Giants have a 5-1 board record. The Braves are 2-3. The Dodgers have clinched the 6th seed. They cannot do any better. They will play the number 5 seed in game 1 of the National League Wild Card Series. There will be 2 games played there. The reason why we're playing the Philadelphia Phillies tonight is even though some divisions have yet to be decided, this game between the Cardinals and the Phillies is important more for the Cardinals, of course, because they have not clinched a playoff berth. Everybody else has. The Cardinals and the Pirates are the only 2 teams right now still trying to clinch a spot in the postseason. The Mets and Cubs are either going to be 1 or 3, and the guys here are either going to be 2, 5, and 6. It won't matter. That's why we're going to play the Cardinal game against the Phillies. The Phillies have nothing to play for. They are 62-97. The Cardinals, however, do have something to play for. They are 91-68. The St. Louis Cardinals do have a hodgepodge lineup tonight. The Phillies don't. My rule, of course, as we know, we play as-played lineups. Some people got mad at me and saying, hey, look, the game means something. How come you don't bring in the starters? Well, they didn't do it in that game. Why? Because at that time, and historically, the Cardinals were not in it anymore, in real life. But since I increased the postseason and now increased it by more teams, they are. My rule is very simple. The starters must be in the game for innings 1 through 6. Starting the 7th inning, I will bring in the main starters, to play. As far as the starting pitcher, he will stay in there as long as I figure he can go. But if he gives up a certain amount of runs, I'll yank him immediately. So that is how I do these kind of games where one team has a hodgepodge lineup and the other does not. And, of course, if they both have a hodgepodge lineup, it works the same. And, of course, you get to see some interesting players once in a while, players you would never normally see, when you get to the end of a season. So what we got here, Ben Witz and Jeremy Brooks are first to join us here at Busch Stadium. The Phillies historically won this game. The Phillies 4 runs, 9 hits, and an error. The Cardinals 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. So the Phillies got the normal win historically, but we'll see what happens tonight on the board. Another reason why I do this, you get to see some players you probably never heard about and maybe may know. Of course, before we start today, we lost 2 celebrities. Ed Kranepool passed away today at the age of 79. Of course, Ed Kranepool from the New York Mets. And we lost Darth Vader. James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader, passed away today at the age of 93. So we lost two very big names in the celebrity world. So we say rest in peace to Ed Kranepool and to James Earl Jones. That is, of course, if the guys don't know about it. So, without further ado, let's play some baseball. Starting pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals in this game, it was his only start, Santiago Guzman. No wins, a loss, no saves, a 4.91 ERA, 7 strikeouts and 2 walks in 69. We are at Busch Stadium. This was a pitcher's park, only 84 home runs, -1 to strikeouts and -2 to walks. So if everybody is set and ready to go, this game means nothing to the Phillies, but it means a lot to the Cardinals. Let's see what a Cardinals team can do here as we are set and ready to go to start the top of the first. Leading off for the Phillies will be the second baseman, Tony Taylor, 262 average, 3 homers, 30 RBIs in 69. We're going to use red, white, and white dice. Cardinals are the home team. Everyone is set and ready to go. The fans here at Busch Stadium know the Cardinals got to get a win. There are only 3 days left in this regular season. The postseason's right around the corner. Can the Cardinals get into it with the Pirates right behind them? Let's find out, see what happens tonight. Guzman, 6-1, strikeout plus 10. That's 16 is going to miss. Taylor, a 5-4, and he grounds it right back to Guzman. And Guzman will get that and throw it over to first. 1 down, and that will bring up the center fielder, John Briggs, a 238 average, 12 homers, 46 RBIs in 69. Philip Reynolds joins us here at Busch Stadium. And, of course, Phil knows rest in peace to Ed Kranepool and to James Earl Jones. Guzman, a 4-3 home run chance. The 12 is too high. Briggs, 5-4, ground ball to third base. That'll be handled by Steve Huntz, and he will take care of it and toss it over to first for out number 2. Next up is the right fielder, Johnny Collison, 265 average, 16 homers, 64 RBIs for the Phils. Guzman, 6-3, range play. Collison, 4-4. It's a double hit to right field. But going after that is Joe Haig. He wasn't too bad. His range is a 3. And he's got it. Side retired. Nice play by Joe Haig. And the Phillies go 1-2-3. Starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies in this game was Rick Wise. 15 wins, 13 losses, 3.23 ERA. He had 144 strikeouts and 58 walks in 69. Bottom of the first. Leading off for the Cardinals will be the shortstop, Jerry DeVannen. He started the season with the San Diego Padres. He is now on the Cardinals. 202 average, a homer, and 10 RBIs that year. Wise, 1-2, strikeout 11. Called strike 3 on DeVannen, and he will get him. First strikeout for Wise. As I said, this is a hodgepodge lineup. Only a couple of major players in the starting lineup. Next batter is the center fielder, Byron Brown. 226 average, a homer, and 7 RBIs that year. Wise, 4-3, blank. Brown, 6-3, ground ball to third. That'll be taken care of by Deron Johnson, and he will throw it over to first for out number 2. And now here comes the right fielder, Joe Haig, a 170 average, 2 homers, 8 RBIs that year. Wise, 1-2, strikeout, 8, got him, and the inning is over. Second strikeout for Wise, and the Cardinals will go 1-2-3, no score after 1. As I said, I will start bringing in I'll start bringing in the Cardinal starters, major starters like Lou Brock, Vada Pinson after the 7th inning. That's how I do hodgepodge lineups. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Phillies will be the first baseman, Dick Allen, who should be in the Hall of Fame. 288 average, 32 homers, 89 RBIs. I'm pretty sure everybody here will agree that Dick Allen should be in the Hall. Guzman, 5-1, hit by pitch. 12 is high. Allen, a 2-1, and he gets a base hit. He'll hit that one into left field. Allen will get himself a single as Jimmy Jam joins us here at Busch Stadium. Infield double play. Next batter will be the third baseman, Deron Johnson, 255 average, 17 homers, 80 RBIs. Allen had 9 stolen bases, and he's going to go 15. Why not? 15-0. And Ted Simmons is the catcher, and his arm rating is a 0. A 1-15, Allen is safe. And he is. Dick Allen will steal second base, and that will be a stolen base for Allen. Takes away the double play, and Allen will stay at second this time. Guzman, 5-4, strikeout plus 10. That 18 will get him. Struck him out. And that is the first K for Guzman. 1 out. He did have 7 strikeouts in his only appearance. We'll see if he gets them here. Next batter is the left fielder, Ron Stone. 239 average, a homer, and 24 RBIs in 69. Allen on at second, and he'll stay there. Guzman, 2-1, home run result. Stone needs a 2. That's a 3. He's going to miss it. Stone, 2-4, and it said he hits a deep fly ball to right field. And going after that is Joe Hague. He will make the catch for out number 2. Allen, base runner 4, hit to right 0. Hague is a +2 arm. Allen will automatically take third. Wow, Ron Stone needed a 2 and he got a 3. Wow, the Cardinals get away with that one. And now we'll see the catcher, Mike Ryan. 204 average, 12 homers, 44 RBIs in 69. John Haverly joins us here at Busch Stadium. I will say one thing, though. As far as hodgepodge lineups go, if one team is in the game and the other team is not, I will not bring in starters for the other team. The other team that's not in it stays the same with normal substitutions. But for the hodgepodge team, where the game does mean something here in case the Cardinals, I will make the changes. Strategy roll, nothing on the 19. Guzman, 1-1. That's a home run result. And this time, that's going to be good enough for Ryan. That's an 11. That's a 2, and that's gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Mike Ryan. Stadium groans. So the Phillies will take a 2-0 lead as Mike Ryan goes ahead and hits a homer. Guzman in his only start did give up 2 home runs apparently in this game, and we're going to get one there. So now 2-0 in favor of the Phils. Here's the shortstop, Don Money, 229 average, 6 homers, 42 RBIs in 69. 2-0 now in favor of the Phils. Guzman, 5-3, walk plus 10, ball 4 easily, and Money will trot the first. First walk issued by Guzman. And now we'll see the pitcher, Rick Wise. He was excellent. 270 average in 69, a bomb and 4 RBIs. So Guzman's got to be careful with him. Strategy, nothing on the 3. Money will stay where he is. Guzman, 1-5. That's at the park. Busch Stadium, 1-1. Ground ball, second base, picked up there by Chip Coulter. He's going to get that and throw to first and retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, on a walk, a 2-run bomb by Mike Ryan. And the Phillies have jumped out 2-0 here as we go to the bottom of the second. As I said, there is a player or two for the Cardinals in the starting lineup. Leading off for the Cardinals will be the first baseman, Joe Torre. A 289 average, 18 homers, 101 RBIs. He, of course, is a main starter, and he will bat. Wise, 2-4, blank. Torrey, 6-1, base hit. Hits one past second base, and Torrey will get the first. Leadoff singles for him. And that will bring up the catcher, a very young Ted Simmons, Hall of Famer. 214 average, 3 RBIs in 69. I really am not sure. Hall the very good, absolutely. Hall of Fame. Torrey on at first, and he will stay there. Wise, 5-1, range play at the park. Busch Stadium, 4-5. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Don Money. His range is a 4. He's got it. Can he turn the double play? 0-1-2. Second base, pivot Taylor a 0. A 1-2. It's a double play. No, it'll be picked up there by Money, but Torrey got a pretty good jump. The throw will go to first for the out, 1 away. So a ground ball to short there. And the next batter will be the left fielder, LaRon Lee, a 217 average in 69. Doug Hunt joins us here at Busch Stadium. Strategy, nothing on the 10. Wise, 6-4, that's a blank. Lee, 6-3, base hit right past the pitcher and up into the outfield. Will that score Torrey? Yes, it will. He will come around from second. He will score. It's 2-1. So LaRon Lee will go ahead and get an RBI, and he actually didn't have any in that year. He had no RBIs. He will get one here. That is an RBI single for Lee, and it is now a 2-1 ball game as the Cardinals are now on the board. And now the batter is the second baseman, Chip Coulter. A 316 average and 4 RBIs. He only had 19 at-bats that year. Like I said, the one thing about doing these kind of games in the last week, you meet some interesting players. Strategy roll, and Lee is not going anywhere. Wise, 2-2, strikeout 4. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Third strikeout for Wise, 2 down. And that will bring up the third baseman, Steve Hunt, a 194 average, 3 homers, and 13 RBIs. The Pirates do not play tonight. The Pirates, do they play tonight? Do the Pirates play? I think they do. Pirates, Pittsburgh, no. Pittsburgh does not play tonight, as both the Mets and the Pirates and the Cubs do not play tonight. As the Pirates are already at 160 games. So the question tonight, a Cardinal win, they'll be a full game ahead of Pittsburgh. A Cardinal loss, they'll be tied with them no matter what. Strategy, nothing on the 7. But the Cardinals, however, though, if they are tied, the Pirates actually move into the spot because the Pirates have a better board record. Wise, 3-2, blank. Hunts, 1-5, fly ball to right. And Johnny Collison will get to it. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits. An RBI single by Lee. And after 2, it's 2-1 in favor of the Fightin' Phils. Game means nothing to Philadelphia, but means a lot to the Cardinals. And of course, if I didn't mention it already, rest in peace, James Earl Jones and Ed Kranepool. Is anybody here having a problem if I say that Ed Kranepool was a steady player his entire... They called him Steady Eddie. Does anybody here have a problem if I say Ed Kranepool was a steady player, a solid player throughout his career? Top of the order for the Phillies, here's Tony Taylor. He's 0-1. Guzman, 2-3, strikeout, 13 is high. Taylor, 4-6, and it's a base hit. He'll hit that one pass short, and the Phillies start with the leadoff man on. Next batter is Briggs. Briggs is 0-1. And yes, he was one of the good guys of the game. Infield a double play. Taylor, he is not going anywhere. Briggs does get the hit and run, but he'll swing away. Guzman, 5-6, strikeout 6, got him. Strikes him out. And that is strikeout number 2 for Guzman, 1 away. And the next batter is Collison. Collison is 0 for 1. Marlon Price joins us here at Busch Stadium. Taylor gets the steal sign. Why not? 13-0, and Simmons is 0. Taylor on his way. A 1-13, he is safe. And he is, and it's a possible error. And Simmons has an error rating of 20, and that's going to go all the way into the outfield, and Taylor goes to third. I don't even have to roll the D20 on that. That's going to be a stolen base and an E2 on Ted Simmons, who has an error rating of 20, and that'll be the first error on the Cardinals. They did not have any errors in the game historically. So Taylor now goes to third on a bad throw by Simmons. Yeah, I agree. Some Hall of Famer. Now the infield will play in. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 4. Taylor will stay put. Guzman, 4-6. That's a base hit right past the pitcher, up into the outfield. Taylor will come in to score, and it's 3-1 Phillies. Stadium groans. RBI single by Collison. And the next batter will be Allen. And Allen got a single and scored and a stolen base his first time up. Infield back a double play. Still only 1 out here in the top of the third. Coruscant joins us here at Busch Stadium. Good to see him here. Where can you get as played lineups of playoff games? Baseball Reference will have that. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 16. Guzman, 5-5, strikeout plus, he'll get Allen. And that is strikeout number 3 for Guzman, 2 down. And the next batter will be Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 1. Good to see Coruscant. Is it Coruscant or I can't forget? Is it Coruscant or Coruscant? Or Coruscant, I guess it is. Coruscant, right? Good to have you there, sir. Welcome to the network. You've been in this chat before, I believe. Collison on at first. Strategy, no play. Guzman, 2-5. That's a blank. He's not tired. Johnson, 4-1. That's a ground ball to short. That'll be handled by Jerry Devanin, and he will throw it over and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, and a stolen base. And we go to the bottom of the third, where the Phillies have a 3-1 lead on the Cardinals, who need to win the game to take a full game lead on the Pirates for that final playoff spot in the National League. Leading off for the Cardinals will be the pitcher, Santiago Guzman. He does not have his own hitting card, so we will use the St. Louis pitcher's card. It's not bad. 273 average and 3 RBIs. Only had 11 at-bats that year in 69, so Guzman will get a chance to swing. It's not your real name, so don't sweat it. Well, that's okay, my good man. It is good to have you here. So let's see. Wise will pitch. Wise, 1-6 walk, 17 no way. And Guzman, 2-6, and he grounds 1 to short. Taken care of there by Don Money. And Money will be Money, and he'll throw to first. Next batter is Devanin. Devanin's 0 for 1. Wise, 1-1, hit by pitch. Nope. Devanin, 6-1, and that is grounded to short once again. And that again will be taken care of there by Money, and he will be Money and throw it over to first. And now Brown. Brown is 0 for 1. Wise, a 3-4 range play. Brown, a 4-6 fly ball hit to right field. Going after that is Johnny Collison. He wasn't too bad. His range is a 4, and he will make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Redbirds. Still 3-1 in favor of the Fightin' Phils. Since Guzman has a 4.91 ERA, if he gives up 2 more runs, I will yank him and then start going to Cardinal decent pitching. That's another rule I use. I usually, if I got to use a fringe pitcher, all right, knowing that the game that he actually pitched may not go the way it actually did, I use the ERA as a buffer. Top of the 4th inning, and leading off for the Phillies will be Ron Stone, and he's 0 for 1. Something you made up. I like that. Guzman, 1-4 at the park. Busch Stadium, 2-1. Ground ball, second base. That's hit to Coulter. And Chip Coulter will get that and toss it over. 1 down. Next batter is Ryan. He hit a 2-run bomb his first time up. Guzman, 4-4. That's another home run result. And against a righty, Ryan needs an 11. That's a 10. And Ryan hits his second bomb of the game. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Mike Ryan hits his second bomb of the game. And it is now 4-1 in favor of the Phils. Stadium groans. The bullpen is already active right now. As if Guzman gives up another run, I will yank him. Don Money, the next batter, he walked his first time up. Guzman will pitch. Still 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Guzman, 2-2, strikeout plus 10. He'll get money. And that is strikeout number 4 for Guzman. 2 away. It'll bring up Wise, who can hit the ball. Wise is 0 for 1. Guzman settles in on Wise. Guzman with the pitch. 6-5, walk. 11 is high. Wise, a 6-4, and that is a ground ball to short, and that'll be handled by Devannon. And Devannon will toss it over and retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit. Another solo bomb by Mike Ryan. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Looks like Mike Ryan could be the hero for the Phillies in this ball game. Bottom of the 4th, leading off for the Redbirds will be Joe Haig. He's 0 for 1. Wise, 4-5, wild pitch. It's a blank. Haig, 3-5. That's fly to right field. And it will be Collison getting to there and putting it away for the out. 1 away. Next batter is Torrey. Torrey got a single his first time up. Wise, 6-2, strikeout 3, swing and a miss. Struck them out. That is the 4th K for Wise. 2 down. And now here's a young Simmons. Simmons is 0 for 1. Wise, a 3-6, walk 3. Yeah, he walked Simmons. That's ball 4. So Simmons will trot the first to keep the inning going. First walk given up by Wise. The next batter is Lee. And Lee had an RBI single his first time up. Simmons on first, and he will stay there. Wise, 4-2, possible error. Lee, 2-3. That's hit to third base. Going after that is Deron Johnson. His error rating is a 13. That's a 20. He gets it. He's going to hold on to it. That will be an infield single. So Lee gets his second hit of the game. As that's an infield single, Deron Johnson decides not to throw it, knowing Lee actually got good speed. And now runners at first and second for a pretty decent hitter in Chip Coulter. He only had 19 at-bats, but he did bat .316. This is a good chance for the Cardinals to see if they can get some runs here. Coulter did strike out the first time. So 2 outs here, bottom of the 4th. 4-1 in favor of the Phils. Strategy, and nothing on the 16. Wise, 6-2, strikeout 17. Colt strike 3 on Coulter, and the inning is over. 5th strikeout for Wise. No runs and a hit for the Redbirds. Stays 4-1 after 4. Chance for the Redbirds goes by the board. but they cannot get anything there. We will go to the top of the fifth. Will this be the biggest board upset by record, team with 29 fewer wins on the board? No, I've actually had something. I don't think so. Remember. Okay, this game was meaningless when it was played historically. It only means something because I have expanded playoffs. As Cutter Historical joins us here at Busch Stadium. Top of the order for the Phillies. Here's Tony Taylor. He got a base hit his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Guzman will stay on the mound. 3-6. Error on a grounder. Taylor, 1-3. Nope, that's a fly ball to right. Joe Haig will get to that, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Next batter is Briggs. Briggs is 0 for 2. Guzman, a 1-4 at the park. Busch Stadium, 5-5. And that is a ground ball to first base, handled by Joe Torre. And Torre will take it to the bag himself, out number 2. And now Collison. Collison is 1 for 2, singled his last time up. Guzman, 5-4. Strikeout plus 10, 11. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good inning by Guzman. That's his 5th K. And the Phillies go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Good inning by Guzman. He needed it. But the Cardinals right now trying to get something going against Wise. Steve Huntz will lead off for the Cardinals. He's 0 for 1. Remember, the Cardinals do have a hodgepodge lineup. Starters will be coming in starting the 7th inning. Wise, 3-1, strikeout, got him. He'll get Huntz there, and that is the 6th K for Wise. 1 down. And that will bring up the pitcher, Santiago Guzman. He's 0 for 1, and he's going to hit. That pitcher's card's got a 273 average on it. Wise, 3-3, it's a blank. Guzman, 2-6. Nope, that's going to be a ground ball to short. Taken care of there by Money, and Money will throw it over, out number 2. Next batter is Devannon. Devannon is 0 for 2. Wise goes ahead and deals a 2-5. Walk, 8. Nope, that's going to just miss. Devannon, 2-2. Fly ball to right. That'll be handled by Collison, and he will get to it, make the catch, and retire the side. 1-2-3, go the Cardinals. Still 4-1 in favor of the Fightin' Phils. We go to the top of the 6th. And leading off for the Phillies will be Dick Allen, who should be in the Hall of Fame. 1 for 2 is Allen here. Guzman, 3-6, error on a grounder. Allen, 4-5. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Jerry Devannon. His error rating is an 11. That's an 11. He's going to pick it up. He's going to drop it, but Allen's going to be safe. There will be an error. So that's going to be an E6 on Devannon. Second error on the Cardinals. And now Johnson, the batter, he's 0 for 2. Infield is that double play. Allen had 9 stolen bases. He won't get any here. JC Sports Replays joins us here at Busch Stadium. Check out that guy's channel. It's not too bad. Guzman, 5-2, error on a throw. Johnson, 2-4, and that's smacked into left field, and that's going to be a double. It'll be a double to left. Now, Allen, a base running rating of 4, a double to left, -1 is a 3. -1 is a 3, so a 1. Now, the left fielder, however, is LaRon Lee. His error rating is a 0, so there will not be a throwing error, so it's going to be a normal runner advancement. A 1-3, Allen will score, and he does. Allen will come around, he will score. Johnson holds at second base, 5-1 Phillies, and that will be all for Guzman. Stadium groans. RBI double by Johnson, and Guzman will come out of the game. And the Cardinals will go to the bullpen. And let's see what they're going to do here. And coming on to start for the Cardinals, coming on to pitch, well, let's see, the next batter is Ron Stone. Still nobody out in the top of the sixth. They got left, right. So they're going to go with a righty. And coming on to pitch for the Cardinals is going to be Jim Mudcat Grant. 8-11, 7 saves, a 4.42 ERA. Grant will now take over for the Redbirds. And we'll see how long it can go here as we're in the top of the sixth. 5-1 Phillies. Johnson on at second. Infield is back. Nobody out. Strategy. That's a 20. Grant has a bulk rating. And he almost balked, but he does not. Grant will now pitch. Mudcat. 5-2 at the park. Busch Stadium. 2-2. Fly ball to left. And that's going to be caught by Lee for out number 1. Johnson, a base runner 3, hit to left, -2. Lee, a 0. A 1. Johnson will get to third, and he will. Just deep enough, and Deron Johnson does go to third base. And now here's Ryan, and Ryan is having a game of his life already. 2 for 2, but both of them were bombs. Infield is in. Phillies now lead 5-1 here. Strategy rolls are still on, and nothing happening. Mudcat, 4-3, range play. Ryan, 2-3, ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Jerry Devanin. His range is a 3, but the infield is in. It's a 1, and he can't get it. That'll be a base hit. Ryan will hit it past him. Deron Johnson will score, and it's now 6-1 Phillies. Stadium groans. RBI single by Mike Ryan. He has 4 of the 6 runs for the Phillies today. And now the batter is Money. And Money is 0 for 1 with a walk. Infield now back to double play. Ryan on at first. Strategy rolls are now off. Mudcat, 3-2, strikeout 7, got him. Mudcat will go ahead and get the strikeout on Money. And now the batter will be Wise. Wise will hit. He's 0 for 2. And you got a 5-run lead. He might as well. Ryan on at first. Phillies now lead 6-1. Cardinals starters ready to come into the game starting the 7th. Grant, 3-1 against the righty. Strikeout 6. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning is over. But the Phillies get 2 more. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. And it's 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. A loss here by the Cardinals. They will be tied with the Pittsburgh Pirates. But they will still, and they will actually be, and the Pirates will actually take over the 6th spot, the 3rd place, because the Cardinals will have another board loss. They will go to 1-6. Cardinals are going to have to win that position outright. And it may be up to 10-minute ticker to do it. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Byron Brown, and he's 0 for 2. Wise, a 4-4 error on a grounder. Brown, 4-6. It's a fly ball to right field. And Johnny Collison says he'll get it. And he will. 1 away. Next batter is Haig. And Haig is 0 for 2. Wise, 6-5. Against the lefty. Home run result. Haig against the righty needs a 9. That's a 20. It's too high. Haig, 4-5. He hits one deep to center field. Going back for it is John Briggs. He'll get there. He'll have a little bit more room than he thought he was. That's going to be out number 2. Allowed out. And now the batter will be Torrey. Torrey's 1 for 2. Wise, they'll go ahead and pitch. Wise, 6-4, blank. Torrey, 2-4. Fly ball center field once again. And again, Briggs will get there. He'll make the catch. and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Redbirds. And the Phillies have a 6-1 lead here after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. Looks like the Cardinals and the Pirates are going to be tied for that final spot, the 3rd place in the National League East. Mudcat will come on to pitch. And leading off for the Phils will be Tony Taylor. He's 1 for 3. David Vega joins us here at Busch Stadium. Grant will pitch. Mudcat, 3-5 against the righty. Strikeout, swing and a miss. Struck the mound. 3rd straight strikeout by Mudcat, 1 away. And now the batter is Briggs, and Briggs is 0 for 3. What's going on with your Redbirds? Well, I'm sorry. It was a hodgepodge lineup there, David Vega. Grant, 3-2, strikeout, 17 will be high. Briggs, a 2-5, and he hits one to center field. That's an 11, and against the righty, that's going to be a double. So Briggs will hit one to second. He'll get to second base, and that's his first hit of the ball game. And it will now bring up Collison. Collison's 1 for 3. 6-1 favor of the Phils. Grant trying to keep it where it is. Cardinal starters ready to come in, starting the bottom of the 7th. Strategy rolls are off. Mudcat, 4-1. That's a blank. Collison, 1-6. Fly ball to right. That'll be handled by Joe Haig. And that is out number 2. Briggs, base runner 4, hit to right, a 0. And Haig, a +2 arm. Briggs will automatically take 3rd. So Briggs will take 3rd on the deep fly ball to right. And now the batter will be Allen. And Allen is 1 for 3. Singled and reached on an error, scored twice. I bet the Pirates are dancing for joy at this score tonight. Yes, a Cutter Historical says, wait, why didn't the main starter start? Because this game was important. Okay, you wanted historical accuracy. Exactly. I will not change. This is still as played lineups. Okay, because remember, when this game was, because I have expanded playoffs there, Cutter, all right, this game didn't mean anything in 1969. My rule is, if it's a hodgepodge lineup, starting the 7th inning, I will start bringing in the starters for the team that it means something to. The team that it doesn't mean anything to, I will use normal substitutions for them. So Grant will pitch to Allen here. Runner on 3rd base. Still 2 outs. Grant will go ahead and the reason why I do that, Cutter, what if this game meant the same to both teams? What if the Phillies and the Cardinals are fighting? What if the Phillies and the Cardinals were both in a chance for it? It would not be fair to either team to do it that way. So that's why I do it here. Grant with the pitch. Grant, 3-3 against the righty. It's a blank. Allen, 6-1. And against the righty, it's a double to right field. Allen will go ahead and get it to second base. Briggs will score. It's 7-1. Stadium groans. RBI double by Dick Allen. And that will be it for Mudcat. He's tired. He will come out of the game. As Clee baseball fan joins us here at Busch Stadium. And yes, rest in peace to Mr. Ed Cranepool and to James Earl Jones. New pitcher coming in for the Cardinals. And it is going to be Chuck Taylor. 7 wins, 5 losses, 2.55 ERA, 62 strikeouts, 25 walks. Taylor will now come in and pitch. And the next batter for the Phillies is Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 3. Allen on at second. Taylor will go ahead and pitch to Johnson. 2 outs here, but now a 7-1 Philly lead. Taylor, 6-1. That's a blank. Johnson, 3-4. And ground ball to second base. Up with it will be Coulter. Coulter will get it, throw it over, and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits for the Phillies. And they have a 7-1 lead here at the stretch. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Tomorrow will be October 1st, as we only have 2 days left in the 69 regular season. We will make our choice for that game after the ticker, as I like to do there. So we will make our choice for the game tomorrow, not tonight, after the 10-minute ticker, to decide what game we will play tomorrow night. Bottom of the seventh here, Phillies lead 7-1 over the Cardinals. Rick Wise will stay in there. Cardinals are now going to start bringing in their starters. Ted Simmons is the leadoff batter, but they will go to the bench. So Simmons coming out, and coming in now to replace him will be the new catcher, Tim McCarver. 260 average, 7 homers, 51 RBIs. I will bring them into the position, however, that they are on. I'm not doing double switches because it's really not necessary. So Tim McCarver will come over and take in. And he is a 3-2. He's a 3-2 and a 16 and a +1. So Tim McCarver will now take over at catcher to start here at the bottom of the 7th inning. Rick Wise with the pitch. Wise, and he is not, and Wise, by the way, is not tired yet. Wise, 2-3. Against the lefty, it's a blank. McCarver, 6'5", and he popped out to second base. And Tony Taylor says he'll get that and make the catch for out number 1. LaRon Lee is the next batter. He does have 2 hits, but he is not going to come out. He's going to come out. So coming in to take over at left field will now be Lou Brock. 298 average, 12 homers, 47 RBI. So Brock will now take over in left field. He's a 4.11-0, so I don't really need to. He's a 4.11-0, so I don't need to change the helper card. So Lou Brock will take over here at left field. So Wise will go ahead and pitch. Wise, 3-3, it's a blank. Brock, 4-6, and it's a fly ball to right field. Going after that will be Collison. And Collison will make the catch for out number 2. Next batter is the second baseman, Chip Coulter. He has a 316 average. The main second baseman for the Cardinals is Julian Javier. But a 316 average beats a 282 average. And they both pretty much have the same. Believe it or not, Coulter is going to stay in. They may need to use Javier as a pinch hitter for the pitcher. So with a 316 average, Chip Coulter gets the bat. Wise, 3-4, range play. Coulter, 4-3, fly ball, right field. Going after that is Johnny Collison. His range is a 4, and he'll make the catch and retire the side. Nice job there by Collison. And that is a 1-2-3 inning. 7-1 Phillies after 7. And of course, people can say, "Well, you should have changed the lineup," something like that. I said, "Hey, look, if the Cardinals wouldn't need to play this game if they did a little better in FastScore, and of course, they didn't do so badly on the board." The Cardinals have a record of 1-5 on the board. If they had just won 2 more or 3 more of those games, the Cardinals would have already clinched the final spot. Top of the 8th, you can always say what if, whatever, of course. Leading off for the Phils will be Ron Stone. He'll bat, and he's 0 for 3. Taylor will continue to pitch. Taylor, 4-2, possible error. Stone, 6-4. That is hit to second base. Once again, a chance for Chip Coulter. His error rating is an 11. That's a 1. He's going to throw the ball away, and Stone's going to go to second base. That's an automatic error on a throw if it is an error, and it will be. And Stone goes to second. So that is going to be an E4 on Coulter. That is the 3rd error on the Cardinals in this game. So Stone winds up at second on the miscue. And here's Ryan. Ryan is 3 for 3, 2 bombs and a single. Ron McGrath joins us here at Busch Stadium. Stone on at second base. Strategy rolls, of course, are off. Taylor, 2-1, walk. 20 is high. Ryan, 6-1. That's a ground ball to short. That'll be handled by Jerry Devannon. The throw will go to first, and Stone will make third. One out now. The batter is Money. The infield will come in. Cardinals still hoping they can maybe get something going. Money is 0 for 2 with a walk. Taylor, he'll go ahead and deal. Taylor, 6-3, strikeout 4, got him. He goes ahead and strikes out Money, and that's out number 2. And they're going to let Wise bat. Rick Wise can pitch to 3 more batters before he tires. He has a 6-run lead. They're going to let Wise bat. This is 1969, not 2020. Stone on at third, and Chuck Taylor will pitch to Wise, but now there are 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Taylor, 5-2, strikeout, got him, and the inning is over. Nice job by Taylor. No runs, no hits. There was an error, but the Phillies could not get it going there. And we will go to the bottom of the 8th. Wise will continue to pitch. Steve Huntz is the leadoff batter for the Cardinals, but we will see him coming out. And coming on to take over at third base will be Mike Shannon. 254 average, 12 homers, 55 RBIs. So in comes Shannon to play third, and he is a 210. And we'll see what he can do. Bottom of the 8th, 7-1 Phillies. The Cardinals, they're getting their starters in there, but is it kind of too late? Wise, 6-1. That is a blank. He is not tired. Shannon, 4-4. Base hit. Hits one to right field. And Shannon will be the leadoff batter. Pinch hitter coming in for Chuck Taylor as he will leave the game. Now the question is, what do I want to do for pinch hitter? And since I am going to keep Chip Coulter at second base, it's going to be Julian Javier coming into bat. 282 average, 10 homers, 42 RBIs. Julian Javier will pinch hit since I did keep the second baseman. So Shannon on at first. Nobody out. Bottom of the 8th inning. Infield to double play. Wise. A 5-6 strikeout. 15 is high. Javier, 2-5, and he popped out to third. Deron Johnson says he'll get it, and he'll make the play for the out. One down. The next batter is Devannon, the shortstop, but we're going to see a pinch hitter for him, and that's going to be Dal Maxville, a 175 average, 2 homers, 32 RBIs, but Maxville really would be the better choice here. So Maxville is actually a little better at the position, and he will take over at the shortstop spot. So 4-8 plus 1. As Maxville will now bat. Shannon's still on at first. Wise will pitch. Wise, 1-1, hit by pitch. Nope. Maxville, 1-1, and he hits a fly ball to left field. That's going to be caught by Stone, and he'll make the play for out number 2. Wise is now tired. He says, I can pitch. The next batter is the center fielder, Byron Brown, but he's going to come out of the game, and coming on to take over in center field and bat here will be Kurt Flood. 285 average, 4 homers, 57 RBIs. So Flood will take over here at center. He's a -1 in center field for the Cardinals. So he is a -2 plus 1, 0. And I believe I don't have to change him. I don't think I have to change him. He is what, a 4-3 -2? No, actually, Flood's a -2. So 4-3 -2. So I actually do have to change him. So he's in center field. So he is a -3, 0, -1. And done. So Kurt Flood will bat. He'll take over in center as well. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, 7-1 Phillies. Wise, 3-2. That's a blank. Flood, 2-5. And against the righty, it's a ground ball to second base. That'll be handled by Taylor. Taylor is up with it, throws it to first, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Redbirds. 7-1 after 8. We'll go to the top of the 9th. Cardinals are a half-game lead ahead of the Pirates. The Pirates do not play tonight in the ticker. Leading off for the Phillies will be Tony Taylor. He is 1 for 4. Cardinals do need a pitcher, and it is right, left, left, right. So let's see here. Coming on to pitch for the Cardinals is going to be Joe Horner. 2 wins, 3 losses, 15 saves, a 2.89 ERA. So Horner will come in there and try to keep it where it is. And Wise is going to try to go the distance. Top of the 9th, 7-1 Phillies. Horner, 6-2, strikeout, 14 no. Taylor, 4-4. That's a fly ball to left field. That'll be grabbed by Brock. And Brock will get it and make the catch. 1 out. Next batter is Briggs. Briggs is 1 for 4. He's got a double his last time up. Horner, 5-2, strikeout, got him. Horner will go ahead and strike out Briggs for the second out. And now here's Collison. Collison 1 for 4. Horner, a 3-6 against the lefty. It's a blank. Collison, 5-5, and he popped it up to third base. That'll be in fair territory. Mike Shannon says he'll get that one, and he will make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Phils, but the Cardinals find themselves 6 runs back. But will we see some ninth inning magic? Rick Wise coming on the mound. He's going to try to finish out the game. Leading off for the Cardinals is Joe Haig, but he will not come. He will not. And coming on to pinch it and take over in right field will be Vada Pinson. And I kind of think he belongs in the Hall. 255 average, 10 homers, 70 RBIs. So Wise will go ahead. He will go ahead and he will pitch. Wise, 5-3, strikeout, 16 is high. Pinson, 5-5. That's a fly ball to center field. And Briggs says he'll get that and make the catch for out number 1. Next batter is Torrey. Torrey, of course, is going to bat. He's 1 for 3. Pretty much all the main starters I can bring into the Cardinals right now are in. Wise, 5-1, range play at the park. Busch Stadium, 5-6. That's a single past second. It's a range play for Tony Taylor. His range is a 2. He's got it. What a play by Taylor. He'll get that, and he'll throw it over to first for the out, 2 away. And now the last chance for the Cardinals will be Tim McCarver, and he is 0 for 1. Wise trying to go the distance here. Fans here at Busch Stadium hoping they could do something. Wise will pitch. Wise, 5-6, strikeout 9. That is high. McCarver, 4-1, and it's a ground ball to short. That'll be handled by Don Money. Money is money. He's got it. Pumps once, pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. The Phillies will beat the Cardinals tonight. 7-1. The Cardinals move and now really are behind the Pirates because of board tiebreaker, but they have the same record. Stadium groans. Nothing across for the Cardinals, as the Phillies will get the win here. A 7-1 victory on the Redbirds. And now the Redbirds are in a tie with the Pirates, but the Pirates have the better board record. The Cardinals have to win it outright. And a nice win here for the Phillies, and they historically did win the game. Final line score coming up. For the Phillies, 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Cardinals, 1 run, 4 hits, and 3 errors. The winning pitcher is Rick Wise. He will go the distance and get the complete game. Santiago Guzman will take the loss. So the Phillies do beat the Cardinals tonight. When we're not done, a very big 10-minute ticker is next. Yes, rest in peace to Ed Kranepool and James Earl Jones. Darth Vader is dead. Yes, Darth Vader is dead. Of course, James Earl Jones did more than just him, but absolutely amazing. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Phillies will beat the Cardinals tonight 7-1. And now the Cardinals and the Phillies are now tied at 91 and 69. But as I said, the Pirates have the better board record. So the Cardinals have to win this outright. So tomorrow, if the Pirates win their game and the Cardinals lose, no matter what happens, the Pirates will clinch, because then the best the Cardinals can do is tie. But meanwhile, let's see what we got going on here. Let's do the meaningless games first for September 30. California at Kansas City. Angels 5-23, that is 2. Royals 8-11, that's 0. That'll be a win for the Halos. Cleveland and the Yankees. Indians 5-31, and that is 2. Yankees 5-63, that is 6, and that's a win for the Yankees. Boston at Washington. The game was meaningless. Red Sox can't do any better than 3. Washington already out. Red Sox 6-46, and that is 4. Senators 12-34, and that is also 4. They will go to extras. Boston rolls a 3 plus 1 is 4. Washington rolls a 4 plus 0 is 4. That is a tie, which means the Senators will win it by virtue of home field. Now we go to the games that mean something. Detroit at Baltimore. The Tigers have a half-game lead on the Minnesota Twins for the number to host the wild card game. They also have the better board record. They are 6-2 to the Twins 0-5. Detroit only plays 2 more games. So let's see what happens tonight. Detroit at Baltimore. Of course, the Orioles, have the number 1 seed overall. Tigers 6-51, and that is 4. Orioles 10-22, that is 2. And the Tigers win the game. They're now a full game ahead of the Twins. Speaking of the Twins, they host the White Sox. Minnesota, however, is still tied with Oakland for the American League West. This is a big game for Minnesota to try to stay a half a game back of Detroit and to maybe take over the American League West. White Sox 3-55, that is 4. Twins 12-42, and that is 5. And the Twins will stay a half game back of the Tigers, but they now have a half game lead on the Athletics. Now, can the Athletics get back into a tie? Oakland at Seattle. Can the A's retie? Athletics 15-33, that is 4. Pilots 9-35, That is 3. And the Oakland Athletics are still tied with the Minnesota Twins for the American League West. That may go down to the final roll. Now, the rest of the National League West. Cubs, Mets, Pirates, and Expos did not play on September 30. Let's see how these teams do. We'll start with San Francisco. The Braves play the the Giants play the San Diego Padres. The Giants have a 1-game lead on the Braves. The Giants also have the better board record. Padres minus 161. That is 4. Giants 13-11, and that is 0. The Giants lose to the Padres. -1 versus 13, and the Giants lose. Now, the Braves have a chance. The Braves have a chance to go ahead and get back in there. We'll do the Astros, and actually should have done the Astros and the Dodgers. The Dodgers have locked in themselves into the 6th seed. It doesn't matter what happens there. Astros 724, and that is 2. Dodgers 716, that is 1. The Astros will beat the Dodgers, but the Dodgers cannot do any better than the 6th seed. The Dodgers will have to win. The 6 and 5 will have to win 2 games to get in the division series. Now the Reds and the Braves. The Braves are now a half game back of the Giants. A very big role here for Atlanta. A win, they're tied with the Giants. A loss, the Giants stay a game ahead. Do the Braves tie the Giants? Reds 861, that is 6. Braves 966, that is 9, and they are tied. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. We've got 3 division races up for grabs. The Mets have a 1-game lead on the Cubs. The Atlanta Braves and Giants are now tied, and Oakland and Minnesota are now tied. Question, what do we play tomorrow night? Well, we're not going to do Detroit at Baltimore because the Tigers pretty much are already in. The Cardinals have a rematch against the Phillies. The Pirates have a game at home against the Expos. The Mets play the Cubs. There's some tough choices here to do. The Mets have a 1-game lead on the Cubs. If the Mets win tomorrow night, they clinch the division. If the Cubs win tomorrow night, then they have to play for the division on the 2nd. Oh, what do we choose here? What do we choose? I know we like to do the Mets and the Cubs for the division, but they're already in the postseason. Do we do the same thing with the Pirates than we did with the Expos? Or do we let 10-minute ticker decide that? I'm not going to do Detroit at Baltimore. California, Kansas City, no. White Sox, Minnesota, no. Cleveland Yankees, no. Oakland, Seattle, no. Boston, Washington, no. What do we do here? Expos, Pirates would be fair to give the Pirates a shot to win it. Mets and the Expos. Expos, Pirates would be fair. Cubs or Bucks? David Vega says Cubs or Bucks. I'm getting Pirates, Bucks versus the Expos. So the Pirates win and a Cardinal loss. The Pirates are in because they can't tie, because the Cardinals cannot tie with them. I would love to do the Met-Cub game, but the Mets and the Cubs are already in. It really doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is home field in this postseason. The Mets, if they win it, they'll have games 1, 2, and 5 in the division. They'll play the wild card winner. If the Mets don't get in there, they would be the 3 that would play the winner of the National League West. You guys are saying Pirates then, huh? Montreal at Pittsburgh. My question is that another, let me real quick, let me check the lineup for it. And let me see, is that another hodgepodge game? Let me make sure about that first. Let me look at the lineup and see if that is another hodgepodge game. What is that? That is the 30th here. No, the first. So let's see. That is not a hodgepodge game. The Pirates would be playing. The Pirates would be playing for they would be playing for something. The Expos, however, it's a bit of a hodgepodge game for them. All right. So, okay. Everyone's saying Pirates and Expos. Well, they say give your customers what they want. We'll do it. Tomorrow night, we will be back at Forbes Field as the Montreal Expos take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Steve Renko will be going for the Expos, and Luke Walker will be going for the Pirates. If the Pirates win and the Cardinals lose, the Pirates will clinch third and win that spot. If the Pirates win and the Cardinals win, they're still alive. So what will happen tomorrow night? We will play it. Expos and Pirates, Renko and Walker. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out of the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Phillies keep the Cardinals. They knock them back a half game. Phillies beat the Cardinals 7-1. Only 2 days left in the 69 season.